Hey guys, welcome back to the 31 Days of Tarot. This is Meg. I'm excited to share with you my reading. What this project is for me is that I will be spending the entirety of December sharing my tarot readings for Yule with all of you. If you would like to know more about the spreads I'm using and the deck I'm using as well, there will be links in the description below. There will also be contact information if you'd like to get a hold of me outside of YouTube, because I do have other social media and I would like to share that with you guys. I think I've already said this, but this is day 5, so let's get started with the reading. Before I do, however, I do want to make mention that I have handwritten all of my notes for these spreads, so if you see me looking down, I'm not looking at a bare table, I'm looking at my notes. Okay, so let's get started with the reading. This reading is for the winter solstice, and it is from General Witchery on Tumblr. Look in the description if you want to find out more. So, this first card represents what to expect in the new year, and it is the King of Stones, the Wolf. This represents a love of the land and the natural world, and that this idea guides a lot of what a person will do if they are represented in this card. There's a tendency with this card and a personal representation to look to others for wisdom and following the traditional values that you've been taught. And it also represents the fact that you're using these things to color your life decisions as well. And also it represents loyalty in what you're doing. So that is what to expect in the new year. The second card I drew for this represents what to focus on. And I drew the Five of Stones. This represents endurance, and I've read this card before in one of the earlier videos, but it represents the idea that it takes a lot of strength to protect yourself in the world that's offering a lot of challenges to you. It may mean that you have to draw back, but you're drawing back to become more resilient. So in that way, you're becoming stronger for the challenges that you're facing. This next card represents your high spots during the winter solstice. And for this card, I drew, where am I? The Six of Bows. This represents abundance. And this is another card that I've drawn before. So it represents a time where you're reaping the benefits of this abundance. You're accepting rewards and blessings, as well as you are offering those those to people who aren't experiencing the same abundance as you are. However, those blessings and the abundance that you're experiencing does require some attending to. And when you do that, you'll be able to share it with a wider world. Turning over. Actually, pardon me. Sorry about the delay, guys. This next card represents what will help you during this time. And I drew the Queen of Vessels, which is the salmon. Again, here's another repeat card, but it represents a person who is caring and kind, and it's very deeply ingrained in this person. This person is honest and generous, and there's a lot of self-sacrifice with this person. She also sees those qualities in you as well as themselves, and she has, I say she, but this person has the ability to bring joy to the darkness and they're able to address difficult problems that they're facing with a sense of grace and civility. So, yes, that is what's going to help you during this time. Number 5 represents what you should probably let go of. And I got the 9 of Arrows, which represents dedication. And so what I take this to mean is that you need to basically leave behind, because this card is suggesting that you're making yourself a promise that you intend to keep, and that thing is going to put you on a balanced footing, because it's helping you dedicate yourself to a higher good. I take this to mean that there may be something in your life that's not balancing you quite right, and that it's not letting you really be your best. This one, admittedly, this card threw me a little bit, because it's not suggesting giving up on something you're passionate about, which is what I thought initially when I saw this card. But in reading the description out of the guidebook, it suggests that you are dedicating yourself to something, and that it's going to keep you on the straight and narrow, even if you don't think that it will. I'm gonna let it mull over, and maybe I'll add a little description when I don't know. I'll figure it out. So, but that is the 9 of Arrows, and this represents what to let go of. So this next card I drew is going to represent the lows of the year to come, and that is the Queen of Arrows, which is the Swan. And this one actually makes a little bit more sense to me, but that it suggests that there is a state of separation in your life that is bringing you sorrow, misfortune, unhappiness. And it also suggests that you may need to pull away and find a new path. Pull away, find a new path, and you need to do that if you want to move beyond what you're experiencing in this situation. So that is the Queen of Arrows, and the animal is the swan. The next card represents the things that will hinder you, or what's around you that's holding you back. And I drew the 8 of Stones, which represents skill, and it suggests that you have abilities that you're able to use in completing matters that are either practical or out of necessity, but it also suggests that these things can be done out of love. The thing is that it suggests that you need to be intensely focused and dedicated. And I feel like if this is coming up the way it is, it might be that you're not really focusing and you're not really dedicating yourself to these things. So refocusing, recharging that aspect of what you need to do might be necessary to do what you have to do. I hope that makes sense. But yeah. So the last card in this represents how you're going to grow during this time. And for this, I drew the 9 of Stones, and this represents tradition. This represents an idea of reverence and wisdom and sacrifice that is coming from past experience. This also represents the ability to relate to ancient wisdom, and you're also able to pass this along to other people around you. So what this means for me, at least, I'm gonna say it from my aspect, and I can only speak from my aspect. What this means is that, learning from your past experiences, learning from what you might have been taught, or maybe you're absorbing new information, letting it help you grow, letting it help you become better, and moving it along so you can help somebody else. So that is the reading for the winter solstice. Again, you can find that on General Witchery on Tumblr. I will put the link in the description. I also did want to mention that there will be photo spreads on my Instagram of everything that I'm doing for this. So let me know, get in touch with me there and let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. All of that down below. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next video. Mwah. Blessed be.